Yeah, we be chopping it up. Word around town, we be chopping it up. AC the barber, he be chopping it up. Chopping it up. Brand new podcast, chopping it up. You can get you some game or you can get you a cut. We speaking all kind of topics from rich to poor. All negative vibes, get your ass out the door. We connecting with the people trying to get them some knowledge. Whether working 9 to 5 or trying to get into college. We talking business, religion, race, cops, sports, celebrity.
What's up, everybody out there in video land, TV land, radio land, whatever land you're on? I know you're watching me and you're paying attention. Hey, man, look here. I'm excited today because I got the man himself, Mr. A.J. Sims, in the building. Y'all see the pictures? Y'all see the man. I call him the Cornhole Connoisseur. And today y'all going to find out a little bit about A.J. Sims, the Cornhole Connoisseur. Well, at this time, I'm finna turn aside and let him introduce himself and tell y'all a little bit about himself. Go ahead, AJ.
Man, AC, first off, I appreciate you having me on, and that's a beautiful introduction, man. I'm going to see if I can follow it. But like you said, man, AJ Sims, ACO Pro Cornhole, straight out of Caldwell, Texas, representing 979. One wife, 4 kids. Currently work at Texas A&M also. I don't know which one's my side gig, whether it's cornhole or whether it's Texas A&M. But either way, you know what I'm saying? We grinding on both of them, man. I appreciate you having me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, without any further ado or any delays in what we gonna do tonight, man, I want to step aside and say, man, what made you even think about doing cornhole?
Man, so believe it or not, man, I didn't have no idea what cornhole was.
Me?
It was kind of thrown at me,
Yeah.
And so, we all have our dreams of going pro, being athletes, playing basketball, baseball, softball.
Yeah.
I was on a little softball team, man, in a local team. When you get out of high school, man, you have dreams of being an athlete, so you still want to continue to play. And somebody created this sport called slow pitch softball.
Okay.
Slow pitch softball, they throw the ball underneath you.
I thought it was for old folks.
That's what it was. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But when you say old, when you get out of high school by 19, 20, that's when you start.
Yeah.
It start dwindling down.
Yeah, you right.
And so I got with a group of guys, man. We started playing slow pitch softball. The team was terrible. We ain't win no games, but we had a good time hanging out.
Yeah.
And so we would be at a tournament, and you playing for the tournament all day.
Mm-hmm.
But we ain't there all day because we going 0-2. But we want to hang out all day. So we started thinking about things to do. So somebody brought us some cornhole boards, and they was just like, hey, man, we ain't going to be in the tournament long. Let's find something else to do.
Yeah.
Somebody brought some boards out, man. My very first day, we started throwing bags, and I'm competitive, man. If it's skipping rocks, if it's flying paper airplanes, whatever it is, I'm going to try to beat you at it. So somebody pulled the cornhole boards out, man. Hey, the rest was history, man. But before you know it now, 7, 8 years later, man, I'm still a professional.
Yeah, man, that's good stuff though, AJ. Because a lot of people, man, when we come through things and do things for a sport wise, you're absolutely right, man. Once we're done with high school, it's pretty much a wrap, But we try to find something that we can generate with to stay active, and I know that's something that you've been really on here lately, and that's something that I'm on, because we don't want to let ourselves go. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, and with all the traveling and stuff, Doc, man, do you ever get tired?
Man, so, the thing about it, man, is I learned from, some people that came up before me. They told me the moment you stop, that's when you die.
Wow.
The moment you stop, that's when you die. So at the end of the day, man, as long as I have the ability of my limbs and the ability to be able to go, do I get tired at times? Yeah, I get tired at times. There's days, I get tired. I get tired of being home a lot.
Wow.
At the same time, too, being home consistently. So, man, when you find a balance, man, that's the one thing about this is, my kids, they keep me on my toes as it is. Yeah. You see me being busy, but my wife and kids, they busier than me.
Wow.
I got 4 kids. I all play sports. So I'm playing traveling basketball. I just came back from Austin 2 weekends in a row traveling with my son. My son just got back from Colorado last week. My daughter made it to the All-Star State Tournament, and she's finna go she's going to the state tournament for a whole week. like my kids is just as busy as I, and that's the thing, man. We don't believe in staying at home, man.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. I couldn't do it. I ain't gonna lie, man. But I mean, I know you make a way out of no way. But just listening to you, man, I don't know, man. I need to look in now. We gotta take turns or something, because I need to lay down for a little while, you know. But it's always a pleasure, man, to see how people balance their lives with their children, you know, being married, and not only that, but working a full-time job and also doing the cornhole thing. You know, I know balance is the key. But what is some of the things that you have to know that you have to take care of before you even get on a plane or something? Or, you know, just not going into deep detail, but things that you know that come moderate, that comes in your life that, you know, hey, man, what do I got to do in order, just even getting yourself together? You know what I'm saying? Getting yourself together. Now, I know you got certain bags you like to throw with, you know, so I'm saying, like, how do you put all that together without even missing something?
So, man, that's a good question, man. You know, and that's the one thing that a lot of people don't get right, and they don't figure it out. Yeah. You have to realize, man. See, the time is however you know, it's a conceptual however you look at it, right? Yeah. And so I could look at time like, for most people, an hour could feel like too much time or too little time. And so I strongly believe that everything I do, man, I give 100%. I don't believe that I have 100% split out between 5 things. I believe in giving my wife gonna get 100% of everything I got when I'm with her. My kids gonna get 100% of everything I got when I'm with it. I'm being a professional cornhole. I'm giving 100% of everything I got while I'm with that. Also, my full-time job that takes care of my family, I give 100%. See, I don't shortchange nobody when it comes to everything. So I don't believe in sleeping all day, and I'm not lazy. I'm very intentional with my time. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, there is times where you absolutely have to rest because you're going. But I believe that if you giving 100% of yourself in all facets, man, practicing. Like, I believe in practicing. But I also communicate with my wife knowing, hey, baby, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, that's when I got to get it in. She works her schedule around Tuesdays and Thursdays, knowing that I got to get it in. So she knows that's a day that she got to sacrifice. Sacrifice comes for the whole family. And if my family, they love, hey, man, you can Google my dad. Or you can do a research project on my dad. And the biggest flex that my kids have in school is they go to some of their friends' screensavers on their phones and on the back of their laptops, and they got you know, man, how's your dad doing in the tournament? So it's a flex for them. So they understand that they're going to get a little bit less time with their dad, but they also get that flex. And when their dad is here, when I don't got nothing going on, I'm exclusive to whatever they have going on. It's about being intentional for the moments.
Y'all heard that right here, man, on the Chopping It Up podcast, man. The man just told you, man, it's about being intentional. So if you ain't being intentional with your time, whether you got an old lady, a wife, or whatever, mistress, whatever you call yourself having out there, you know, make sure you be intentional with your time, you know, because at the end of the day, man, everybody needs somebody to love and love on. Hello, somebody. But anyway, back to the questions, AJ, man. I really, man, I'm really admired by how you divide your time up, but also how you're so successful with just being who you are on the job, in church, cornhole. Man, how do you hit A+ on all cylinders, man? Because everybody might miss one every now and then.
And truthfully, I miss some every now and again too. I'm a human being, you know. At the end of the day, my wife gives me enough leeway that for me to able to be human and make mistakes, but she also keeps me grounded. When you have a childhood that I had, you know what I'm saying, my parents, I wasn't with my parents when I was young, so as a young man, I always desired to have that family, that camaraderie, that system that I no longer had. So once I got a hold of that, when my parents came back in my life, they taught me that every single moment you have with somebody is important. You don't know when the last moment you're gonna have with any person. So if you take every moment that you have with people for granted, then you know what I'm saying, you won't take the max. So I believe in maximizing everybody's time while they with me. And that's the same thing I do at work. You know, they taught me, my dad taught me at work ethic when I was young. You know, my dad and still to this day, you know what I'm saying, I've learned this lesson. When I was 15 years old, my daddy said, all right, from this moment on, son, I'm never giving you anything else. I'm going to loan you whatever it is. So at 15, if I wanted to go to the store, hey, all right, you can go to the store. Here go $20. Some kind of way you gonna pay me that $20 back. It always taught me a work ethic, always having a job, always taking care of my family, and always valuing my money. And that anytime you go to a job, you give your best. So if I'm gonna play cornhole, I can't go out there half stepping because the sacrifice my family making is keeping them in vain. If I'm at work right now and I'm not trying to climb to the highest place I can at the ladder, then I'm wasting my time at the job. And so when I go to work, I ain't doing like I ain't there to chill just to punch a clock. You know, my job is every single day, you know, and sometimes it get me in trouble because sometimes I go above and beyond the call of duty, and the people that's in my position, it might seem like I'm a Mr. Do-It-All or a goody two-shoes, but you got to realize I got to put my best foot forward every single day. And if I don't put my best foot forward, then I'm cheating my family out of the opportunity for me to be the best that I can be.
Yeah, man. That's good. So y'all listen to what AJ is saying. So whether you have a high school diploma or you have a college degree, you have to make sure that you're putting your best foot forward and that you're exercising every maximum time and gift, so you don't let I can't say that, but you don't let the peoples, y'all know who the peoples is. The peoples. Y'all don't let the peoples dictate whether they're going to keep you or let you go. Because the people's got the power to fire you or either hire you or either keep you or sleep you. You get what I'm saying? You dig what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, I'm just really looking at how the outside is viewed for as people of color. Let's go this route. People of color. We try to say that people of color get mistreated. People of color get all these different things that go on in life. Do you believe that, AJ?
So I do believe that's partially true.
Yeah.
I do believe that we and it ain't necessarily that we get fully mistreated, but I do feel like we are a step behind in certain things. We're a step behind in the way that they view us, and we're a step behind also in the way that we view ourselves.
Yeah.
So I think there's accountability on both sides. And a lot of times you can fall victim to blaming somebody else for where you are in life instead of how hard you work.
Yeah.
Now there is some situations where they will gatekeep you and keep you out of certain spots and out of certain positions because of how you look. But at the end of the day, I see too many successful people in positions that can prove that narrative isn't true as much as it used to be.
You know, I agree, man. I think our destiny depends on us.
Definitely.
I think it's what you want out of it.
Right.
For the most part, you know, because I always say, man, you know, if you hustle, then you ain't got no time to be lacking because you're hustling. You're putting your work into action, and you're allowing yourself to move forward. And not only that, but to gain income or to gain notoriety to where you can be recognized for a promotion. You can be recognized for different aspects in life, whether you're on a job or in your own personal life, your own business or what have you. I just believe, man, that a lot, like you said, a lot of people use that as a crutch.
Definitely.
But those are the ones that's lazy.
Absolutely.
They lazy.
And you can see it too, but see, that's the thing. And I'm blessed, right? This is what I always think, you know, when I wake up in the morning. I thank God for giving me the ability to think for the way that I think, because there's some people that have such their mindset stops them from any kind of growth or any kind of elevation.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They expect you to vote one way because of the color of your skin. They expect you to react one way. Like you got social media, right? You got the recent, Carmelo Anthony thing that happened with the kid at the track meet.
What's your take on that?
And so my take on that is very simple, right? I don't have a video evidence enough, and that's why I say I believe in God, that God is going to make sure that whatever needed to happen is going to happen, right? Mm-hmm. My thing is this. If it's true that they raised $600,000 and his family bought a house with it, do you see what I'm saying? Instead of paying for his attorneys, that's on the family. Yeah. If it's true that this man came over here with a knife and killed a young boy, I don't care what color of the skin, he deserves to go to jail for it. Yep. Now, if he was defending himself, I don't care what color of his skin, he deserves to get exonerated. Yep. I don't make my opinion based off race, and that's the same thing. You can't do that, and that's what we do. Well, if it's a black issue, you got to stick with the black side, or if it's a white issue, you got to stick with the white side. That's not how they work. That's not how my God that I serve That's not how he operates.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and I don't believe that he comes in and says, all right, man, I made you to stick with all the black issues. If I got somebody that's black that ain't doing right, then it's my job to tell them. If you got somebody, like I said, if you got a best friend that got kids and they not raising their kids,
Yeah.
how can you consider them still your best friend?
Yeah,
That's how I look at certain things.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I'm going to be the one to tell you, hey, bro, I can't rock with you because you ain't the type of man that take care of your kids.
Yeah.
I don't care what race you are.
Yeah.
And see, I'm the one that call you out. I don't make you comfortable in the situations that you're making. And just like you said, I ain't the richest man in the world, but I have all my promotions have came through white people.
Yeah.
I mean, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some of my best friends, some of my best sponsors, the people that pay me the most money are people that don't look at me. And so I've put myself in a situation to be able to acquire a certain level of wealth based off what I'm willing to do.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, it makes
This corny white people game. Don't you? How many times you think I heard that? Man, how you playing these white people game, man? You out there with them white folks doing that white folk stuff. And then at the same time, and then I tell you, man, hey, I'm on ESPN.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I'm on ESPN.
Real talk.
I got people that looking at the game like, man, and it's brothers. Every time I got a group of brothers, it's about 30 of us. We come out to play. Man, every time we come to an event, we looking out for each other, obviously, because we the minority. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, if I didn't kick down the door, they wouldn't think it's possible for them. So everybody has a responsibility. And if I sat here and just played the race card all day and said, oh, man, I don't want to do this because, man, it's a group full of white, man, you know what? At the end of the day, I got to show my kids, man, it's about being the best you can be no matter what. And calling out people that are negative, you call them out no matter what color they are.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think you're right, man, because at the end of the day, everybody plays that race card somewhere down the line when it comes to the situation. Because they want you to reside on their side because of the color of your skin, not for what's right and wrong.
Correct.
I just don't understand what the Negro was doing at a track meet with a knife. Make that make sense. But it allegedly, allegedly they said the boy was at the track meet with a knife. Now, I do know certain circumstances happen and things happen, and I don't know for as what I wasn't there. I can't speak on that, but I do know that it's tough to go through something like that as a young man,
correct,
a young black man, whether right or wrong. It's just a tough situation, but you just can't ride with it because he's just black.
I mean, at some point you have the right to intercede, right? That's what we don't get wrong. Yeah. We grow up with a couple of different stipulations when you wake. Everybody's grow the same way.
Yeah,
if you're a boy, you don't play with no Barbie dolls. If you don't snitch on nobody, they call you a tattletale. We cut up the policy. But if you telling me right now that if I'm walking down the street, me and my old lady are walking down the street, and somebody come up there and just hold us at gunpoint and take her purse, and now she living in fear for the rest of her life, and I see who did it, I'm supposed to say, nah, I can't snitch on them. For robbing my wife, or robbing my grandma, or robbing my mama? They didn't have to make that decision. You want me to make a professional decision when they made a unprofessional decision. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now y'all don't go trying that with everybody, cause everybody. Now don't let AJ fool you. Now he might have that AK on him. I
got
mine. You
know
what I'm saying? So,
and I got a license for mine.
Yeah. So to be careful. He was just using it as a scenario. That's not real. You can't run up on that old lady, cause that man got something for you.
Don't.
And
try.
I do too. If I find out you did it, I'm coming for you too, because hey, I got to see this man on ESPN. He got to keep throwing the beanbag thing. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, I realize, man, have any of your kids really picked up the cornhole thing or decided to really take it to the next step, or they just like, man, that's you?
So it's one of the things that they try to do it as far as a little bonding time with me, but man, my kids are all individual, and I train them as individuals, right? So when you're in a situation like me, so I wasn't privy to play every single sport when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I played what I was able to play when I was able to play it. Yeah. My kids are able to play every single sport, travel in sports, all of this stuff. And so obviously they're going to gravitate to what suits them best. Cornhole suits me.
Yeah.
Baseball, basketball, track, Young Life. You know, my son is in church with the Young Life, which is a Christian, school organization. They in what suits them, and none of them have picked it up. They played like a little fun stuff here and there, but cornhole, even though it's fun, is work. See, it's a business for me.
Yeah.
And so they see the pressures of the business,
Yeah,
and it's tight out there when I'm practicing. You see what I'm saying?
Because I know they have to know that they have to know when you're serious. They have to know when dad's mad. They have to know when dad's really trying to take care of business because they in the house with you. So they know all of your emotions. They know how your mannerism. They know all that. You can't hide that from them. So when they see you out there and you gripping your lip and you man, I say, man, what that boy doing out there, man? That boy really, really serious out there, you know?
I mean, you had to, because you got to think, like, when you paying people $50s of $1,000 to be out there to do stuff, there's a level of pressure that it is to sustain. Mm-hmm. See, it's not like your average job where you go to work. As long as you do a good job at work, you're going to make sure you're going to get your salary that you get. Yeah. As long as you do a good job at your job and they don't change nothing at work, your salary going to be the same. It don't work like that in this business. In this business, you got to continue to perform just like in the NBA. In the NBA, you don't perform, your favorite player could be out the league next year. Yeah, it's the same thing in my field. And so if you out there, it looks fun, like you go to Grand Station and you go bowling, that's fun.
Yeah.
But if you going out here and you got these logos on this jersey, these people paying big money.
Yeah.
And so in big money, there's pressure to be able to, if I'm on ESPN and ESPN picks it up, there's a certain level of tension and pressure that you got to be able to do to sustain that.
Yeah.
And so the fun part for everybody else is a professional business for me. I'm one bad season away from not being able to do this no more.
Yeah.
And so that's where the heightened level of pressure is, you know, and people don't see that part of it. They see the part of the fun, they see the flyers, they see the lessons, they see the, you know, the stuff that you do, but they don't see the part of, hey man, I had a bad tournament the last tournament. And my sponsor negotiation my sponsor that pays me so much money is sitting right there. Mm-hmm. And there's everybody else in that room. And if this man just beats you right there, I might need to pay him.
Yeah.
Because apparently I might get more bang for my buck. So there's a whole level of making sure you continue to stay marketable, make sure you still stay on top of the game. Mm-hmm. And obviously, man, it's a good little chunk of change. You know what I'm saying? This the best second job I ever had in my life. I've always had a second job. Yeah. This the best one I've ever had.
So with that being said, AJ, have there been times in a consistent basis where it kind of just threw you for a loop where you didn't perform real well? So how did you get yourself to come out of that slump, or is there something that you just go back and practice, or what do you do if you do have consecutive bad tournament games or contests to where you just be like, man, I just seem like I can't get out of this rut.
Right, and see that, and that's kind of like a, you know, in baseball where people have a slump. You know, sometimes you might not hit a ball, you know, in a few times. One thing is I know my talent level, and I know where I'm at on par. If I lose and have a bad tournament, knowing that I'm playing what my average is, I'm okay with that. But if I'm playing below my means and then I'm losing, that lets me know I got to go back to the drawing board. I got to fix them out. You got to realize that this is a new game to everybody else. So new game to people that's playing it. So people are getting better and better and better. So you got to continue to evolve. You got to continue to adjust, just like the NBA. Mm-hmm. You know, you ain't got the big man in the paint no more. Yeah. They all shooting threes. And so that's the same thing I got to do in this game is I got to continue to evolve, continue to adjust. But the thing about it is, man, my mental game, it goes back to the core of who I am as a person. Yeah. That I'm locked in with my family. I'm locked in 100%. And I'm going to give 100% of my effort every single time when I go out there. And that longer, hey, if I give 100% of my effort and I'm practicing and I'm doing all that, man, I live with whatever result is. And if it's time for me to end and time for me to hang it up, hey, you know what? Because guess what? I got to grind in another way. You got to realize this too. I've been holding myself back work-wise for higher positions just so that I can do both. Yeah. And there's another journey with that I'm just now, you know, chasing and work, is that I'm starting to go higher and higher in positions in my company now too. And so there's a hunger for that too. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm giving 100%. So I can easily channel the focus into something like that. Man, I'm always going to grind, man. My family needs this. They need me to be on top of my game, whether I'm doing this or that. And I'm going to always give, you know, 100%.
Yeah. Well, folks, you heard it right here, man. I'm with Mr. AJ Sims, man, the cornhole connoisseur, man, all the way out of Caldwell, Texas, man. A lot of folks want to know it, man. Is there anything good come out of Caldwell?
Man, say we got good stuff out of Caldwell, man. You looking at one now. We ain't got but about 4,000 people, but I can tell you one thing recently, man. Caldwell is trending up more than they trending back.
Oh, of course.
Because if you went a few years ago, McDonald's was the best thing we had to offer.
Yeah.
Then we came up with a Whataburger on. Now we got a Taco Bell. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? So for long we might have a HEB. Yeah. And so we growing out there now. We growing out there, and people want to come out there, and you looking at a product of Caldwell, Texas.
Well, I always liked that golden chick that was out there. I think y'all had a golden chick. Or what kind of chicken place out there?
Yeah, we had golden chick out there. They shut it down, man.
Hey man, y'all did that wrong.
Yeah, they did do that wrong.
Bring that up, open that back up. Man, I'm saying that.
Man, you
because
sure
golden
right.
chick was hidden, man. Them butter biscuits with the glaze on them, and then you had the tenders with the hot sauce on them. Kind of like Mind Your Hearts, but allegedly. But it was good.
No, Golden Chick was on point, man. I ain't gonna lie, we ain't recovered since then because Golden Chick right next to my church. So soon as we get out of church, I'm V-line right there. We already know. Yeah. We eating chicken. We eat chicken 3 times a week.
Yeah.
Man, so now they got the churches, but hey, shout out to churches if churches got any kind of sponsorship or whatever. But if they don't, Golden Chick where it's at.
Yeah. Well, we on the up and up, man, because you got to look at life within itself, and what you're doing, man. Collaborates with your lifestyle. With who you are as a person, what you're gaining, what you're building. Says a lot, man. Because and I know there's haters that come with the territory. What's the most just being in the cornhole, and I know that you get messages and things like, have you ever had anybody that come across to you the wrong way, like not liking the color of your skin or not liking you being successful in what you doing?
Man, that happen all the time.
It do? You
see what I'm saying? It happen all the time, man. Like and I've been doing this for 8 years. You got to realize that there's alcohol in this sport, so you have the ability to drink. So when people drink, they be honest and tell you what they really think. And you have to realize this is one thing about me and that I teach my kids and I teach myself. And I told you earlier, I'm so happy that God made me the way that he made me. Yeah. It's because I wake up every single day knowing that there's fools out here, knowing that there's people going to say something crazy. It ain't never about what they say. It's about how I react. Yeah. And that's what I teach myself and I teach my kids also, that people can say whatever they want about you. You ain't no punk but letting somebody punk you. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Because guess what? If I knock you out, I might go to jail. If I shoot you, now who gonna take care of my kids? Yeah. And so at the end of the day, I let somebody that did not matter to me influence a decision that I made. It ain't about that. You know what? Matter of fact, I had this happen the other day, and this ain't have nothing to do with cornhole, but I was at a high school basketball event. I had was sitting watching my son play. Mm-hmm. I come in with a backwards hat, shades. I like my hood on. Me looking, how I am. You don't know who I am, but if you look at me, you can stereotype. Oh man, you don't know what this guy's about. I sit on the visitor side. I sit right next to a pair of shoes. A lady comes right over, runs full speed, grabs the shoes. She's a Caucasian lady.
Yeah. We know that. We know that.
Yeah. She gave up a little Karen energy. Yeah. She runs over there. She grabs the shoes, full speed, and runs and sits back and puts them under her seat. And in my mindset, you know what I'm saying? The first mindset is, first of all, lady, ain't nobody want them ugly shoes anyway. Yeah. That's my first thought. Yeah. And then I started to get mad. And that's when the presence of God set in. And it calmed me. And it was just like, say, man, you can't worry about that. Yeah. That's a trick of the enemy trying to trick you out of your position to try to get you frustrated. Because if I blow up now I am going to be what they stereotype me to be. Yeah. So when the lady looked at me, and she was like explaining that, I took the shoes because I seen the dude over there. I smiled and I waved at her. And if I had a Bible, I'd have held it to her and said, God bless you, lady. Because at the end of the day, you know what it's showing me? It's showing me more about her than it is about me. In that moment, I was able to keep my calm. I was able to keep and be there to support my son. If I pop off and go to this lady, I might go to jail. Now I can't be there for my son. Yeah, that's my true. Son scored 22 points in the game. You see what I'm saying? And I'm right there courtside available for my son with the same presence and reaction. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? And that's what it's about. It's about me being who God intended for me to be and not worrying about what people think. Man, people going to have an opinion. If they did it to Jesus, I ain't exempt.
Yeah, you sure right about that. No, I've had instances too, man, where I don't know if this happened to you before. I was at Walmart and Caucasian lady pulled up beside me in a BMW. I'm getting out my vehicle. You know, I was in that raggedy Cadillac then, but you know, I didn't came up a little bit. But I was in the Cadillac. You know, Cadillac don't sound too hot. It don't look too hot. Mm-hmm. So you know, I get out with this beard on my face, and you know, and she look, she wait. You know how they side eye you. Mm-hmm. She using her peripheral.
Yeah.
You gotta use your peripheral on me. Man, I'm known to elegant cuts.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta use your peripheral on me. Mm-hmm. So I get out, I get all the way to the door. Then I heard her get out, and she gonna hit her alarm about 4 times. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, she making sure.
Yeah, man, hey lady, I don't want nothing that you have in your car. I have plenty of junk in my own car. Yeah, you do the math. You know, but it's just the thing that the thought of them having that pressure of saying somebody's gonna attack them or somebody's gonna do something to them or offend them or violate them. No, ain't everybody black ain't violating everybody. Come on now.
I mean, you got more white criminals than you got black, and the same thing. But my thing is, when you put people in a box of expectation, you could be blocking your blessing.
Yeah, that's
what
true.
you might be looking for, that same lady might be looking for somebody that need a haircut.
Yeah.
But she don't know. She eliminated that.
Yeah.
Or when the lady is talking to me, she might need somebody that could train her son in basketball because he was out there struggling.
Yeah.
I might be the person that be able to do that.
Yeah.
You might need somebody that can pray and intercede over your life, but because you looked at how I look, you eliminated yourself from even opening up that door for the opportunity. And so, to me, you hurting yourself because you limiting half the world. Mm-hmm. You limiting half the world just based off your IQ.
Yeah.
The way you look at things. Yeah. So to me, that's why I say I pray for people like that.
Yeah.
It's because you sitting here and you are already judging a book by its cover, and that same cover is the one that can pray for you, the one that can bless you, the one that can, that'll take care of your kid. If you forgot your wallet in the store and you needed $5 while you over, or you lost your wallet at the house and you know what? Don't worry about that, man. It's $5. I got that. I've done that in the store for people.
God ain't brought me that far yet.
I mean, I've been in a situation where I have. Yeah, I ain't buying no whole list of groceries.
Yeah, but I ain't giving them 5 either. I can't give you 5. No, they had a song back and they say I got 5 on it. No, not me. I ain't got nothing on it. They a lie.
I might can give them 5. That's what I'm saying. I might can give them 5 because the Lord told me, when you done for the less of them, you done unto me. So every now and again, it convicts my spirit to be able to.
Well, I'm glad he told you, but he ain't told me that.
He ain't told you yet. He ain't told you yet.
Yeah, man, I get it, but man, it's just people have gotten to the point to where a lot of folks, man, they rely on people to help them so much, and it's not that I don't want to do it. It's just I can't because I don't know if you're genuine. Or not, especially if I don't hear the voice of God telling me to do it. Correct. And sometimes I don't. I do like this when God tell me to do it. I say, no.
No, that ain't God saying it. I don't know who telling me. But see, that's one thing that people 50-50 on. And I'll tell you this, right? Yeah. You either the type of person that if you see somebody homeless with a sign, you either the type of person that give them money every time you got it, or you a type of person that never give them. And the thing is, most people say is that I don't know what they're going to do with the money. Therefore, I don't feel comfortable being able to give it to them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and this is what I teach my kids at the end of the day. I say, hey, if you got it in this car and it's loose, take the ability to give it to them. If they go buy alcohol with it, and I even said this, and I've justified to myself, if they go buy alcohol with that, or they buy whatever it is, that's one less person they might not crack over the head and rob and to take $5 from them. Yep. That's one less purse they might not have to grab. And I say, if I'm in a situation where I have it loose, I've wasted more money on less. So I'm in a situation where if I see you out there hot with a sign, me giving you $5, I ain't putting no chemistry, no thought process in it. You know what? Here go $5. Yeah. I done threw $5 away and then lost $5. Yeah. I pray that you do the right thing with it, but after I give it to you, my heart is pure for what I gave. Yeah. Whatever you do with it, that's on you.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, man. Man, it kind of sounds like, man, you leading toward the preaching road, Doc. You ever thought about doing all that?
See, like you just said, a valuable thing. The Lord ain't called me to do that. So the one thing He ain't called me to do that. But at the end of the day, man, we all are preaching in the lifestyles that
Yes,
we
sir.
live. You know
Yes,
what I'm
sir.
saying?
Yes,
And
sir.
so if I can continue to live my life, and anytime I get an opportunity to exalt Christ and show Christ's life tendencies, I'm gonna do that. But I ain't finna get no sermon and say I'm coming from 1 John 3:16. Can y'all stand for the? He ain't tell me to do that.
Hey man, that's nothing but respect, man. Nothing but respect. Well, y'all, you know we're here with the cornhole connoisseur, man, Mr. AJ Sims, man. I know y'all are liking what you're hearing. The man is just awesome, man. Good energy, good vibe. You can tell he's a great person to be around, man. Real positive. So, hey, but we're going to turn aside. We're going to take a little break, man, wet our whistles, pay some bills, and then we're going to be right back, man, with Mr. A.J. Sims. You're tuned in to the Chopping It Up podcast.
Everyday life shit, we go through it too. Gotta have them new J shit, we blow money too. Who you vote for? Who your favorite sports team? Who you signing to? What's your deepest sports dream? AC the barber, he the man with the plan. Best cuts in the city, he the man, understand? AC the barber, he the man.